This millisecond level response data interaction and processing system exceeds the speed and efficiency that large games need. Decentralized computing clusters, or DCC for short, in the form of distributed computing clusters, complete logic computing and interactive services in the game with high efficiency. Some public blockchains are unable to support the high-frequency data interactions, including calculating, status storage, and perpetual storage in games. Through the Node program client, equipped with the Quorum protocol provided by Baerchain, it is possible to efficiently allocate cloud computing resources and replace original centralized services with distributed computing clusters to decentralize resource coordination. That way, both efficiently and security can be ensured. The KAD mechanism, DHT, P2P network, TCP protocol, and other technologies make up the redundancy distributed storage network, or RDSN for short. By having a redundant distributed node storage network, data storage is efficient and reliable. For games, the traditional game services operators' centralized data storage system is avoided. So even if the developer disappears, the value and the assets held by the players will not be lost, and the game's database can theoretically last forever. RDSN is a distributed version storage protocol that utilizes hash table technology. In this network, large static data files such as game download packages and patches of the game will be divided into fixed sized data blocks. Each block is no more than 4 megabytes. After the data is divided into blocks, it is encrypted and distributed to each resource node through the data encryption protocol. And the P2P network quickly performs the resource synchronization. Now we're going to take a look at Bear Explorer. Well, it looks like, oh, there we have it. All right, so here you can see Bear Explorer, and this is where you can see the, oh, it's a little bit, oh, there we go. You scroll up a little. There we go. Here you can see each block, the block height, and then the hash number, the size, and then the data transactions. And then those are the specific details for recent transactions currently online. So through Bear Explorer, all users can view Baerchain node status, packing, and block generating data. Now, onto our GitHub. Baerchain provides comprehensive developer documentation, including node construct, network, protocol writing, RPC interfaces, security policies, and more. By collaborating with the founding node team and third-party node teams, documentation is consistently and constantly improving. In the problem submission and feedback section, each node can submit any bugs discovered or ways to optimize implementation. Next slide, please. There we go. So, all of that information is available to the public. Now, onto the abuse of ERC 721. That is a problem that has been plaguing the industry for a long time. However, many developers do not have the experience in overall gaming architecture and at times engage in unhealthy speculation. After CryptoKitties became popular, ERC 721 seemed to be an overnight savior. Just change the character, change the UI, and all of a sudden you have a new game. However, most of these will not sustain, and in a short time, people will forget about them. In the Baerchain mainnet BAS series, BAS 10 is created to solve these problems. So, the indivisible, non-homogeneous, interactive circulation specification defined by ERC 721 makes each asset unique in the blockchain. This turns the original simple code into a story that can be told with the collective value of each unique digital asset. However, game developers and the entire blockchain industry have fallen victim to a common misunderstanding. Developers have put all the focus of game development on how to change the skin for rare equipment instead of just developing high-quality games. In a gaming scenario, there is often a demand for equipment. In most cases, these items are huge, stackable, incomplete, and usually homogeneous, or all the same. So let's take $100 as an example. Imagine there are tons of $100 bills. Of course, you want there to be as many of them as possible. You also want them to be stackable so it's easier to count and track them. Though each is a $100 bill, they all have a unique code that is not repeated. Each $100 bill has the same value, and we can multiply 100 by the total number of bills we have to know the total value that we have, which is better than adding up each individual bill one by one. So that is the same as BAS 10. Completes the similar same function. One too far. So, developers can include unique attributes for individual assets generated with BAS 10. Back to the $10 example I just mentioned. Not only are the codes unique, but you can also add value. For example, a pair of gold glasses to Mr. Franklin over there. So you can add a little more value to your individual asset than others might have. The application of ERC 721 did open new possibilities for blockchain used in gaming scenarios. Unfortunately, the natural conditions of Ethereum do not allow them to focus on the gaming industry. It makes them unable to dig deep, iterate, and improve the industry and players' experiences. That is where Baerchain comes in. The BAS series of protocols brings specific technologies into specific application scenarios to solve specific problems. What happens, whenever that happens, it can lead to prosperous beginning of an industry merging with another. Thank you.